You ever had anybody say the phrase just because to you? I get it said to me most of my life by different individuals. They use the term, or pardon me, phrase, when you ask them, why did you do this? Or why do you believe this? Or what was the outcome you were looking, for when you did this? And, I hear this a lot from people, just because I could, or just because whatever. It doesn't make sense to me, the term just because. I've pretty much driven it out of my own vocabulary many, many years ago, because just because is when you don't have anything to say. You don't have a reason, or you don't have an excuse, or you don't have rational answers to give to people when they ask you a question or ask why you did something. And you say, well, I just did it just because. Well, you know what? That is an excuse and a shield that too many people have used for too many years to hide in the shadows and to give their poor behavior or their poor results or their poor solutions or whatever the case may be. That's their shield. They don't know how to defend themselves for what's gone on. So they say, well, just because, hey, John, you want to go to the movie? No. Well, why? Just because. Well, what do you mean just because? You're not interested in going to a movie. You're not interested in hanging out with me. You're not, so people use it as a defense mechanism to hide, right? How about we all just learn to be honest? Yes, being honest can be hurtful, and being brutally honest in the sense of, instead of saying just because, you say, hey, John, I just don't want to go to a movie. I'm not in the mood. Or, hey, John, not tonight, maybe tomorrow or another day, I'm just not in the mood. Instead of just saying just because, you're honest with that person. You may not say, hey, John, just because I don't like hanging out with you. But at the end of the day, the term just because, or pardon me, the phrase just because, irritates me so bad that I'm so tired of hearing from it, from young people to older people, to anybody in and around my sphere of my world, of my influence. I'd rather you just say give me a heads up and say, you know what? I just don't have an answer for you. I don't feel the need to have to defend myself, instead of saying to me, just because. Anyway, this little rant was brought to you by me, the guy that gives a heck and wants to help you give a heck. Yeah, Mark, I agree. My 5-year-old says that all the time. I hear that lots from, not just kids. I had to be open and honest to myself that I hear that from many, many adults, right? You ask them a question, or you ask them why something happened in their life, or why they feel the way they feel, and they go, just because. So what, you feel like being a pissed off asshole? Well, then feel that way, but don't say just because. Say, you know what, I've just had a lousy day today, and I just want to yell and scream at the world, and I just don't want to communicate. Or better yet, don't go out in public if you're in that mood. Don't pick up the phone. Don't message anybody until you're in a better state of mind. But please, for gosh sake, stop using the phrase just because. I hope you're all having a great night. I hope that you have a day tomorrow where you don't want to hear anybody say to you just because. God bless. Peace out. Look forward to talking to you tomorrow.